wasn't anything that you couldn't do. Learn to fly on paper wings till somebody told you dreams don't come true. Some settle for a lying fake, try to keep the hearts from breaking, but you define the odds of fame worth the going through. Oh, inside of you, there's a heart full of dreams, like the gold in a stream, to be uncovered. Inside of you lies a soul made to shine. Yes, a child meant to fly and discover all the wonders God can do are inside of you. Every day you think severe with the measure of faith that you need. Even now, all heaven cheers for the miracle you're destined to be. True bravery is bought with sorrow. Life is but a gift we borrow. And all the promise of tomorrow waits to be revealed. Inside of you, there's a heart full of dreams, like the gold in the stream, to be uncovered. Inside of you lies a soul made to shine. Yes, a child meant to fly and discover all the wonders God can do are inside of you. Inside of you, there's a heart full of dreams, like the gold in the stream, to be uncovered. Inside of you lies a soul made to shine. Yes, a child meant to fly and discover all the wonders God can do. Inside of you, it's not still drown. Inside the wonders God can do are inside of you. Thank you, man. You know, I've been very blessed. I have been given second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, on down the line chances. Even before as a Christian, I believe that God had a plan for my life. There were so many times I should have been arrested, put in prison for life because of drugs. I mean, I was blatant. I was in a secular group that I know a lot of guys know about, with the older guys and ladies. In a group that did very well. Started out just wanting to have a good time playing good music, watching crowds have a great time. The problem is when you're dealing in a world that doesn't have Jesus in it. It doesn't matter if you're a wholesome, really nice guy. It doesn't matter, because the battle is in the heavenlies. And if you don't have a go-between, you're fair game. And I was. I started out wanting to play good music, and by the time I left the group Head East, I was a coke addict, an alcoholic, and they went together for me because I was searching for that perfect high. I do coke to get up, I drink beer to get down, and there's a certain time where we crossed just right, and it was like, whoa, great high. Later on, after about 2 years of being a Christian, I found out that high was sobriety. I'm serious, it was sobriety. I look back now going, I could have saved so much money. But no, that's how the enemy does it. He dangles little pieces of carrot in front of you if you like carrots, or apples if you like apples. But it costs you a little bit. Okay, here, but you do this. And well, here, meanwhile, God's over here. I have a whole field that's free. A whole field. For you. I designed it for you. But no, we're too busy listening to lies. Lies. And I listened, and I listened. And it got to 1980. The first 6 months, I went on a binge right after I left the band. Actually, it was from March to August. I left the band, I went on a drunken, coked out binge that took up all my money, my health, almost cost me my family. I had a wife, and at the time I had 2 kids. And for some, this is, I think, truly only of God that they're still with me. Because God knew I'd need that strong wife later. Not me. God knew. And He knew the blessings that my kids would be that I needed. Did I care at the time? No, I was so busy worrying about coke and booze that it didn't matter. I took everything for granted. The only thing that was important to me was my habits. One day, I woke up so drunk that I was still drunk in the morning. Happened to be the day after my anniversary. Needless to say, my wife wasn't real happy. And I looked at my son, who was looking up at me. I was laying on a couch because my wife finally got fed up and didn't try to put me in bed. And I looked at my son, he was looking at me going, boy, Dad, you look really weird. I mean, hangover big time, and of course I looked weird. But I realized then that the creature that was on stage was coming home. I said, that's not going to happen. And all of a sudden, a little voice goes, John, you're worth more dead than alive. You haven't messed up your insurance policy. Your wife's gorgeous. She'll marry somebody smart this time, like a doctor or a lawyer. Your kids will remember you, hopefully, as a good thing. Think about it. And I did, and I said, that sounds like a good idea. I sat in my chair, looking at my kids going, okay, I'm not going to use a gun to leave a mess. I don't want them seeing that. So I'll take pills. I start trying to figure out where I can get them. About this time, my wife comes up to me and says, John, oh, did I forget to tell you my wife during the same 6-month period got saved, became a Christian. And I want you to know, the battle of the 2 worlds was very uncool for me. Because she's bubbling around, seeing life in a fantastic way. And I'm sitting in my own misery. And every once in a while I make a mistake going, what world are you living in? Can't you see how disgusting everything is? I'm glad you asked that. One of those things. So she comes up to me while I'm sitting in a chair and says, John, you promised you'd come talk to my pastor today. I said, when? When you were drunk last night? How can you argue with that, Says, all right, I'll go. With the full intentions of saying, she could put on my tombstone, I tried. I'm serious. I had no feeling that was going to help. I just already decided this was what I was going to do. When the enemy has you lied to and he has you down, he takes you full down.